The hair comes from the scalp. We have to take care of that foundation. And that's what you see here in this two-piece full scalp treatment set. You're going to get the Never Salty Scalp Scrub and the Maskin and Relaxin Hair Mask. Let's talk about the scalp.
Okay, so for me, it was a real problem that I had, and I found my solution. And so when I first got to Hollywood, you know, I started working and I heard horror stories about girls losing their edges and, you know, hair thinning from, you know, being on set and using their hair in these productions. So the first thing I wanted to do was protect my hair. So I started weaving, getting weaves and installs. And I have always been a hair care girl. Remember, I missed cosmetology school by 1 year. And I was like, okay, I get the concept of protecting my hair, but what about my hair in the interim? Like, what about my scalp? How do I get to my scalp? And I really had to solve that problem. And that's where I came up, you know, with this scrub. Because you got to think about it. Your scalp is the exact same skin that's on your face. It's connected. So if you're not washing your scalp and you're going to get these expensive facials,
Yes.
you're defeating the purpose.
That's right.
So that's when, I was like, in this education, like people don't know. You think, hey, I washed my hair, it's all clean. And have you ever, and I know I'm not the only one who's ever experienced this, where you washed your hair like 3 or 4 times, you gave it a good shampoo, you scrubbed your scalp, you walk away, you blow dry your hair, you can still smell a little bit of scalp.
Yes. Yes.
Because when you have thick, dense hair, when the product, if you just put the shampoo in your hand and put it on your hair, it's not getting to it's not penetrating down to your scalp. So that's why we came up with these applicators to make it less mess and to get the product directly to your scalp.
Yes.
So you're not wasting the product on your hair.
This is so good. So this is your Never Salty scalp scrub. First off, I love the names that you did in the entire line. But you're right, it gets right to the root of the issue, as you see.
Right to the root of the issue, and you scrub that scalp and you get all that buildup off and you clean out those pores so you can free up space for your hair to grow. I used to have really bad dandruff. Okay, I have very dense hair. I sweat at night. The first place I start sweating is in my scalp. And I will never forget, I would go home, see my mom. I'd be like, Mom, can you scratch my dandruff? So this is a more elevated way of scratching your dandruff, if you will.
Taraji, I am laughing. I am laughing so hard because I used to do the same thing. You know how you sit on the floor and Mom sits behind you and gets that little comb and scratches it.
And it's kind of messy. I mean, it feels good, but God forbid your boyfriend is over. He's like, what are y'all doing over there? We're actually scratching up skin, dead skin. So I just thought this was a more elevated way to do that. So this is what I came up with. And this is just years of, you know, getting my dandruff scratched.
You make it easier. And so now this is something that we can do at home. You're actually cleansing and exfoliating your scalp. All of that buildup from all of the stuff that we use, not only the gels and the products and things like that, but also the sweat and the dirt. And as we're gonna show you, you can put it exactly where you need it to be. Now, I love her beautiful locks that you see, but even if her hair was just in its regular state, with this applicator, you can get straight in. Look at that. And now she's just moisturizing it.
Yep. And what happens is, see how it looks like a paste now? As your scalp heats up, it turns into a nice balm on your scalp, and it washes right out. And what I like to do is I like to wet my scalp first. So I wet my hair first. I never wash my hair without starting with my scalp. So I may not do Never Salty every wash, but every other wash. So if I, you know, so twice a month. And so, or if I'm definitely coming out of a protective style, that's the first thing I'm running to is the Never Salty. But I like to wet my scalp first because it opens up the pores and you get that tingle sensation right away. Once I work it all through the scalp, I put a shower cap on, I leave it and let it activate a little more because your scalp is going to heat up and it's going to dissolve it, and it's happening. You see it, it's turning into a balm, and after a while you won't even see it and you wash it right out.
Yeah, and it smells so good. It feels good.
It smells
Yeah, this is what we were talking about.
You can smell the scalp washing, that smell, that scalp smell you have. And I'm not saying it smells horrible, but it just smells like the products that you've had in your hair all week.
Yeah.
You can smell it washing right out.
That's the
best feeling in the world.
This is so good. I'll tell you, if it were just the scalp scrub by itself, you'd have to go for it. But you also include the Maskin and Relaxin hair mask. Talk us through this.
Scalp mask. Because remember, the scalp skin is connected to the hair, the face. You put a mask on your face to give you moisture, right? That's what you need for the Maskin and Relaxin. It has charcoal. It's going to continue to exfoliate the scalp while adding moisture.
Okay. And
you do clay mask on your face all the time. Why not your scalp?
Isn't it funny?
The scalp is very sensitive, and it's smart, and it's jealous when you use its products on the hair. It's like, no, you are just starting to pay attention to me. I want my products.
Yes, and that's what you have. I love this. I really do. I'm telling you, it is a different way for you to think about caring for your hair, because at this point, as you're watching us, you've been cleansing and conditioning your whole life, but if you're still feeling like you're fighting with or fighting against your hair and you're not winning, maybe it's time to rethink the way that you look at your hair. Start with the scalp and work its way out. I didn't mean to rhyme, but that's what happens sometimes.
Well, she has bars.
So, as I love it, this is, pull this clip. I would love to have this one as we keep it.
Because if I was Cookie lying, you'd be signed.
Oh my God, I love it. I do. As you're shopping for this, 831-401 is the item number. You'll also notice that everything is color coded. Taraji made it simple for us. She said, she did all of the heavy lifting, all of the hard work, formulated and literally is the entrepreneur behind this amazing brand. So she made it really simple. Everything's color coded. When you see yellow, that means it's a product for the scalp. Other colors denote other things, for styling, for helping and guarding against dryness and breakage and those kinds of things. So when you're in your shower and you're thinking, I need for my scalp, I'm gonna reach for the scrub, I'm gonna reach for the mask. We also have the scalp wash coming up in just a moment. Again, all yellow, all scalp. Start here and then work on that. We've got it for you, the Duo, for less than $25. Shop on hsn.com or use the HSN app. We're also live on HSN's Facebook page. So if you have any questions, you want to let us know what you've been using, you can do that right there on HSN's Facebook page, okay? The applicator is mess-free. You can get right where you need to be, no matter how thick or dense your hair is. It gets right into the scalp, and you can use that probably once a week, depending on how much your scalp needs it. Because I believe that our body kind of speaks to us. It can talk, your scalp can talk. If it's smelly, if it's itchy, if it needs extra attention, that's when you're reaching for this, Taraji.
Absolutely. I've had people DM me saying that their hair has changed from using, because it's the scalp, right? That's the foundation of where your hair grows. If you're not taking care of the foundation, baby, well, I mean, you're working against yourself.
Yes, for sure, for sure. Do it right. This is the time to do it right. 831-401 is the item number. I want to talk about also, since we are sticking with the scalp, I also want to talk about the Master Cleanse, and you're getting 2 of them. These are just back in stock.